Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, so I hope you are fine and fantastic this morning. We should be thankful to God because He has added one more day to our life, one more page to write something, one more page to draw or create or paint our wishes, our learning. Okay, with this thought, let us start today's topic. That is transitive and intransitive verbs. So you must be speculating. So verbs again and again. How many types of verbs are there? Sometimes finite verb, sometimes infinite verb, children, participle, and infinitives. Okay, I assure you, with practice, you will grasp. You will be able to absorb everything. It will not be a problem for you. Why I want to introduce you these topics? These are very common grammatical terms. Though you are already familiar with that, uh, so it will help you in cracking competitive exam questions. So here we go. So before we understand what is transitive verb or intransitive verb, I feel like sharing with you under structure of sentence. Once we are through with the structure of sentence, it will help us to understand what are transitive verb and intransitive verb. So let us understand structure of sentence, and you must have studied all this in earlier classes. Look at this sentence. I eat an apple. And very obvious, we all know I here is subject and eat is a verb and apple is an object. So I is a doer of action who does an action. Eat is an action, and object is which receives the action, receives the result of action or receiver of action. So always object is either a person or a thing. It may be a noun or it may be a pronoun. So how we make out object? Just by asking a question to a verb like what or who. If we ask question, we put this question to this verb, we will get an object. We'll get an object like an apple. So if we ask a question what, whom, we'll get an object. So far it is clear. We know structure of sentences. So now object type, types of objects. There are two types of object, direct and indirect. Direct objects, a direct object answer the question of what or who. For example, Ranjit washed his bike. His bike is the direct object of the verb washed. What did Ranjit wash? He washed his bike. Bike is a direct object. He gave Ranjit to brush. I think to is not necessary here. Uh, he gave Ranjit a brush. Ranjit is the direct object of the verb gave. Indirect object. An indirect object answer the question to whom or for whom. She wrote him a letter. Him is the indirect object of the verb wrote. To whom did she wrote? A postcard. My uncle gifted his son a laptop. His son is the indirect object of the verb gifted. I hope you are clear. While this direct and indirect object will help when we will be uh, doing exercises based on active and passive, and it will help us in understanding transitive and intransitive verb as well. I'll give it revision of it later on. Let us move to verbs, and it is pretty easy. Don't be frightened by the words transitive verbs or intransitive verbs. Look at the verb transitive uh, by breaking a word into small chunks. We can derive its meaning. Like transitive has a word trans. Trans, that means which goes across. So transitive verbs are those verbs whose effect goes transform to other object. Like it, that is why transitive verb always require an object to complete its meaning. And intransitive verb do not require an object. Transitive verb require an object, and intransitive verb do not require an object. Look at the definition. Transitive verbs require an object to complete their meaning. For example, Ravi sells. This sentence is incomplete. Some more information is needed. Ravi sells what? When we get asked this question, Ravi sells what? Ravi sells fruits, or maybe toys, or maybe anything. So this become this very verb sells need a object, need an object to completely convey its meaning. Likewise, they invited. This sentence seems to be incomplete unless it is given an object. They invited me. Here, me is an object. Now sentence is complete. But there are some verbs where objects are not possible. These verbs do not take an object. We call them intransitive verbs. There is no transition of effect or meaning to any object is possible. Like intransitive verbs do not require an object to complete their meaning. Exam, Example is Rohan sleeps. Rohan sleeps. I think it should be sleeps. Rohan sleeps. This sentence is incomplete sentence. No more information is needed. Ravi sleeps what it is conveying its meaning. Nothing. रोहन laughs. So अगर हम हिंदी में पूछे रोहन सोता है तो क्या सोता है, अगर हम इसे क्वेश्चन लगाए, मीनिंग itself is complete. रोहन sleeps. रोहन सोता है. Complete है सेंस उसका. क्या सोता है? Will not get an answer. क्या सोता है? मोहन क्या सोता है? कुछ नहीं सोता है. इसी तरह से मोहन laughs. मोहन हंसता है. क्या हंसता है? Will not get answer. So this is complete verb. We call it transitive. Sorry, its object is not possible. That's why it is intransitive. She smiled amazingly. Perhaps you will amazed to say here. You may ask, sir, amazingly, one word is getting here. Is it a now? I ask the question: is it an object? Excuse me. She smiled amazingly. Amazingly object है क्या? अभी हमने देखा ऑब्जेक्ट हमेशा एक पर्सन और थिंग और नाउन होगा, नाउन और या प्रोनाउन होगा, लेकिन हम यहाँ देखें इस सेंटेंस में, यहाँ देखें अमेजिंगली, इट्स एन एडवर्ब which is telling the quality of smile. Amazingly, so it is not an object. I hope, am I clear enough? If you have any question, you can ask. Okay, out of the given verbs, identify transitive or intransitive verbs. हाँ जी बच्चों, come on, find out which is transitive verb or which is intransitive verb. Agree. Let us start with agree. Agree क्या होएगा?
So transitive verb.
It is a transitive verb. Okay. पक्का? Agree transitive होगा? Ask देखो. अगर हम पूछे आई एग्री व्हाट, डू यू गेट एन आंसर? अगर मैं पूछूं आई
No,
अग्री,
sir.
शी अग्रीज, तो व्हाट? कोई क्वेश्चन इसका आंसर नहीं आ रहा ना, तो इट इज इंट्रांजिटिव। आई आस्क, आस्क बता, आस्क व्हाट? वंदना आस्क्ड अ क्वेश्चन, आस्क्ड माय नेम, so it is transitive.
Yes, sir.
Vomit, vomit,
Transitive.
क्या बोला आपने? ट्रांजिटिव, इंट्रांजिटिव?
Sir,
अगर हम
transitive.
she vomits, yeah, he vomited, what? Do you get an answer? हेलो, इसका कोई आंसर आ रहा है? उसे उल्टे वॉमिट किया, क्या वॉमिट किया? तो कोई आंसर नहीं आ रहा है, इंट्रांजिटिव।
Intransitive.
सीख,
Sir, intransitive.
she she sought, she is seeking her dress in the wardrobe, इसका तो आंसर आ गया। Okay, depending on the situation, there are some exception. One verb can be transitive or intransitive both, but I think you are not clear. जब हम किसी वर्ब में क्वेश्चन पूछे, ये क्वेश्चन पूछे भाई वॉट लगाते हैं उसमें, तो आंसर आता है। अगर नहीं आता तो इंट्रांजिटिव है, अगर उसका आंसर आ गया तो उसका आंसर आ गया तो ट्रांजिटिव, नहीं आया तो इंट्रांजिटिव है। लिम्प, जैसे पूछे लिम्प, लिम्प बोलते
Sir,
हैं लंगड़ा कर चलने
intransitive.
को। हाँ लिम्प, हाँ ठीक है, इंट्रांजिटिव, कोई क्वेश्चन आंसर नहीं आया। किल, he killed,
Transitive.
transitive, he killed his enemies, he killed his enemies, आ गया आंसर। he lied what? कुछ भी लाई क्या?
Intransitive.
हाँ intransitive। cook, my mother cooked omelette
Sir,
for me।
intransitive.
अरे यार cooked का तो बेटा आंसर आएगा ना।
No, नहीं, transitive, transitive, transitive.
my mother cooked parathas for me in the morning।
Yes, sir.
sing,
Sir, transitive.
Transitive.
she she sang a song। okay, bring,
Transitive.
my father brought me new dress, a new dress। okay, swim,
Intransitive.
intransitive, she swam, but what? We can't get an answer। by,
Transitive.
transitive, my brother bought a watch for me on Raksha Bandhan। okay, chase,
Transitive.
chase,
Intransitive.
uh, police is chasing what? whom? A thief। ठीक है, panic, panic,
Intransitive.
intransitive, my younger brother panicked। okay, fall, she falls, she fell over the floor। intransitive, fall में क्या लगाएंगे? what fall, क्या? intransitive, change,
Sir, transitive.
I changed my dress, I changed my uniform, I changed my shirt from a new one। by,
Sir,
Transitive.
transitive.
transitive, my father bought a new car। आंसर मिल गया, what? new car। agree, again it is
Sir,
repeated।
Sir, intransitive, intransitive.
intransitive, appear, appear,
Sir, intransitive.
she appears, what? कुछ नहीं, intransitive। okay, arrive, they arrived, They arrived. What?
Sir, sir,
Intransitive. Play.
sir, transitive.
Translate. They're playing what? Cricket. Badminton. Become.
Transitive.
He become a chief. Belong.
Intransitive.
Intransitive. I belong. Okay. Complain.
Intransitive.
Intransitive. Shine. His face shines.
Intransitive.
Intransitive. Become. Okay. Become. Okay. Okay. Cuff.
Intransitive.
Intransitive. Cuff. What? Cuff. Cuff. Yeah. Acha, perhaps you may be speculating or maybe thinking why sir is teaching so many grammatical terms and all these things. No, they are going to help you later on. Okay, when we'll be solving questions based on active and passive. Okay, so this is just I'm laying a foundation. Okay, so cry. My sister cried.
Intransitive.
Intransitive. अगर मैं कहूँ my sister cried a lot तो मैं कहूँ कि lot तो है object. क्या lot object है?
No, sir.
नो, a lot तो adverb हो गया ना. और हमें पता है, हमने भी देखा ऑब्जेक्ट जो होगा हमेशा या तो नाउन होगा या प्रोनाउन होगा. ओके. फास्ट.
Transitive.
फास्ट. हाँ फास्ट नहीं फास्ट कैसे भाई. ही फास्टेड. अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा. ही फास्टेड. क्या? व्हाट? इंट्रांजिटिव होगा ये. डिपेंड.
Intransitive.
इंट्रांजिटिव है. फ्लोट. द बोट फ्लोट्स.
Intransitive.
Intransitive.
Intransitive. Okay, let's see. So these are intransitive, list of intransitive, and these are list of transitive verbs. Okay. So we are through with uh, structure of sentence and transitive and intransitive verbs. Now I'm going to start some exercise which is based on panic. It is a practice session, and it will be followed by some spotting of errors. So before I begin, I ask you if you have any confusion, something you want to ask related to transitive verb or intransitive verb, you can ask. Otherwise, I will move forward. I'm through with this topic. As of now, we are through with this topic: transitive verb and intransitive verb. Actually, why I am teaching this transitive and intransitive? Because after tomorrow we'll be starting active and passive. Okay, how to find out errors related to active and passive structure. So we must know we cannot make passive of intransitive verb, and if it is made, there is certain tricks are required. So if you have any question, you can ask. Otherwise, I'll move forward. Okay, let's start. Choose the correct spelling. Okay, which one is the correct spelling? Be ready. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, we have four options. One of the word is rightly spelled. Three are wrong.
Sir, first.
First.
First is the rightly spelled.
Correct. Correct.
Exactly. Diarrhea. है ना? First answer is first. अच्छा, okay. Second में, let's come to which one is the right?
Sir, B.
B.
Sir, B.
Okay. Should I tell? Okay. Uh, B is the answer. Chocolate. 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 Move forward. Okay. Which
Sir,
is the right?
B. Sir, B.
Ameliorate. Okay,
Yes,
ameliorate.
sir.
Okay. Is the right answer. For auditorium.
Sir, B.
Sir, B.
Okay.
B.
B is the right answer. Right. Okay. Which one is the right?
Sir, C. C.
What is the answer?
C. C.
C.
C.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
All of you? Answer is C.
सर डी ए क्यों नहीं
Yes.
होगा?
No? चेक करो. मुझे लग रहा है एफिडेविट. डेविड. एफिडेविट.
सर डी ई तो डी ए होता है.
ए है. मतलब सी इज द
Yes, sir.
आंसर.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Even I got mistaken. Affidavit. DAVIT. Okay. Okay. Thanks for even correcting me. Thank you. Okay. 6. The word is champagne
Sir,
actually.
D.
Champagne.
Sir,
D.
D. D.
Wine. Huh? What is your response? B.
Sir,
D.
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 हाँ. D is the right answer. इसको याद when I was preparing for examination years ago, and this kind of words often confuse me. So I just developed one mnemonic for this champagne word. That mnemonic was चंपा. पहले याद कर लो चंपा. ठीक है. चंपा seems to be a name of a lady in India. Okay. चंपा गने. ठीक है. चंपा गने. So D is the answer. 7. Archaeology.
Sir, D.
The answer is already given. Archaeology.
Yes. Sir, next में C.
C.
Auxiliary. C is the answer. Auxiliary. Very good. Okay, cannibal. Can you tell me what is cannibal?
Sir, a person who eat flesh.
Flesh of other human being. Okay. A
Sir,
person who
A.
eats flesh of other human being. नरभक्षी जिसे कहते हैं नरभक्षी. Cannibal. Answer is A. Assassination. Assassination
Sir,
कौन बोलते हैं?
D.
Assassination means
किसी को मारना.
हाँ किसी की हत्या करना. And especially we use this term
Sir, A है इसका आंसर.
politicians के लिए ज़्यादा या के लिए यूज करते हैं ज़्यादा. और या famous people. Assassination. And अच्छा इसका नाउन ये भी नाउन है लेकिन
Sir,
one
B,
who
B.
does this उसको क्या बोलेंगे जो assassination करता है किसी का. We call it assassin. Assassin. And verb will be assassinate. The president Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. Okay. Assassination of Abraham Lincoln, president of America. The assassin was absconded. Okay. B is the right answer. Assassination. Very lucky. Answer is already given. Buffalo, you already know. Arithmetic.
Sir, B.
B is the right answer. Okay. Spotting the error.
Hello.